my review of Wrestlemania 24, which just happened tonight. Yes, I'm going to be able to put the review up tonight after I didn't think I was going to be able to, but after watching the show, I felt like I needed to put it up because I was very impressed, to be completely honest. I know a lot of you aren't going to like that, but if you didn't like this show, there's something wrong with you, to be completely honest. That's just the way I see it. I was completely surprised by a lot of stuff that happened on this show, and I was disappointed on some things, but the things that surprised me, it surprised me enough that this was an amazing show in my opinion. But let's get on with the show. We opened with John Legend coming out doing God Bless America. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. You got to see how they set up the stadium, which was really neat, the way they set up the stadium, I will say. And it was pretty groovy. So, before the match, Kane won to face Chavo for the ECW title, so that was kind of groovy. And the first match we got was JBL versus Finlay. This kind of disappointed me in a way, because I thought this would be better. Not that this was bad, because I still thought this was good, or okay. I thought this was a good 2.5-star match, simply because they went out there, and it was a pretty good brawl, to be honest. It was just an okay brawl, in my opinion. So, I had no problems with it, thought it was what it was, had some nice stuff and was enjoyable. And one thing I will say about every match on this card, in my opinion, every match on this card was fun, and that is what, in my opinion, WrestleMania is supposed to be. It's more about having fun than actually a wrestling show. So, there you go. The next match we had was Money in the Bank, and this was very good, in my opinion. This was a good 4-star match. Probably not the best. It's probably the worst of the three, in my opinion, but this was still extremely good. I really liked this. They came up with some really inventive spots. They came up with some new spots. They came up with some new stuff that we hadn't seen before. And I would say that this is a must-see match, and that's why I would give it 4 stars, because not only because Punk won, which was very cool. Sorry about the spoiler, but that to me was a cool thing, being a Punk mark. And also the fact that Matt Hardy came back, which was very awesome, and makes this just a great all-around, just awesome match, moment, spectacle like it's supposed to be. It was all of that and so much more, and there was actually some psychology that went into this match, and this is supposed to be more of a spot fest match, so that was kind of nice to see. Just overall, just some nice stuff being done. From there, we went to Umaga versus Batista, and I will give this 2 stars simply because Umaga showed up and Batista did not. And again, this was another fun match that I think very underdelivered. I thought this, if lazy Batista had not shown up, I think this would have been a very surprising match, because Umaga definitely was there to try to put on the best match he could, but Batista was not. And the ending just kind of came out of nowhere, but everything else was a lot of fun. And the fans were actually really, really into Umaga, which was kind of cool to see, which kind of helped this match a lot, in my opinion. So, there you go. From there, we went to the ECW title match, and this will get the first dud that I will ever give, on here at least. Chavo Guerrero versus Kane. This lasted, I believe, 10 seconds. Maybe it was crap. I don't know what happened, but that's what happened. And then from there, we got Ric Flair versus HBK. And this was, without a doubt, one of the best matches I may have ever seen in my life as far as emotion is concerned. You want WrestleMania moments? This was freaking full of them. I was just sitting there, just on the edge of my seat, just in awe of this match. The fact that Ric Flair came out and busted his ass to best of his ability. The fact that HBK went out there and overly busted his ass to give Ric Flair what Ric Flair needed. I would put this match on par. I would put this match above Flair Savage, to be completely honest, from WrestleMania's past. This was awesome, and just on an emotional level. I'm going to be completely honest. When HBK, at the end of the match, I'm sorry if I'm going to spoil this for anybody, but at the end of the match, he's getting ready to super kick Ric Flair. He's getting ready to beat Ric Flair, and he simply says, "I'm sorry, I love you," and I lost it at that point. I'll be honest. I started crying at that moment because it was that emotional to see, and it was just an awesome, awesome, awesome match, and a match that I think everybody should see, to be completely honest. It was awesome. I would definitely give this, I'd give this 4 3/4 stars. I know some people have given this 5, and a lot of people have raised their eyebrows, but I would actually give this 3 3/4 stars simply on the fact of the emotion that was involved, and they told a story, and they did tell a story. I don't see how this match could have, this match could have been a little better in some areas. That's why I won't give it the full 5, but this is one of the best matches I've seen in so long. This was awesome. I know a lot of people probably going to agree with me. I don't really care. This was just an amazing match in my opinion. From there we got to BunnyMania. This was what it was. The lights actually went off on this, so they had a little flub. But you know what? They kept wrestling. It was kind of cool. But it was pretty groovy to see that. It was what it was. I think actually, as far as the fun part of it, I think the wrestling for this match was better than the Divas match last year, but I think that last year's Diva match was more fun. But this was okay. I'd give this, you know, a 1.5 stars, I guess. It was eh. Then we got Randy Orton versus Triple H versus John Cena. Yes, this was not. It was not the main event, amazingly enough, which was a good thing in some ways, and it wasn't a very long match either. It went about 15 minutes, but was awesome. This was great. This was a 4-star. There's a 4-star, balls to the walls. There was good spots. There was you couldn't tell what was going to happen. You know, Orton won, which not only anybody saw, which was great, which even adds to this. I think it was a solid 4-star match. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend everybody checking it out because there was some really cool spots in this that we had not seen before, or at least I had not seen before. So that was pretty groovy. Then we got Floyd Mayweather versus Big Show. This was actually pretty good. This was I commented because I was in chat while I was watching on my television that this was a lot of fun, and that's what this should have been. This is one of those matches that just needed to be fun. That's what it needed to be. And they actually went out there. They told a pretty good story. It was the big spectacle it needed to be. I think the match just told a pretty good story and was really good. Kudos to Big Show for this. He really showed just how much of a ring presence he really has. And I think Floyd Mayweather really, really played the heel role absolutely perfect. I definitely give this I give this 2 3/4 stars simply for entertainment value. I really, really like this. I know a lot of people don't like that, but hey, I don't really care. Then we had Edge versus Undertaker, and this started out so slow, and I was like, my God, what's going on? And then as soon as I commented on that, well, then we got Taker, and then it started telling more of a story where Taker just could not put Edge away, could not put Edge away, could not put Edge away, could not put Edge away. It told a really good story. I really liked this near the end. I thought the end really saved the match, to be completely honest, and really made it something special, to be completely honest. I definitely give this 4 1/4 stars as well. And as you can tell, an awesome, awesome, awesome night in my opinion. I think this was just one of the better WrestleManias I've ever seen, to be completely honest. I think it blew away last year's. I know a lot of people might not agree with that, but I had a lot of fun watching this. And I sat at home. I had a friend over with me, and we kind of and we watched it, and I enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun. And that's what WrestleMania is about. WrestleMania is not a wrestling show. WrestleMania is the sports entertainment show, and so you need to have fun. And to be completely honest, the Flair HBK match made me feel like a 10-year-old all over again. I felt like I was watching Hogan and Andre. I felt like, you know, when my brother saw Hogan and Warrior, it was that type of emotion. It was that type of just drama, and I've not seen that in so very, very long. And that was just, it was just amazing. And I recommend everybody checking this out, everybody getting the replay. I would give this a 9 easy, because I felt it was that good. A lot of people are probably going to think I overrated it, but I really don't give a crap, because I think it's that good of a show. I really did. I felt it was as good as anything Ring of Honor has put on so far on pay-per-view. So there you go. I'm out.